It makes you start being grateful. And I just want to share that.
I love that. Thank you, Karen. Hi,
Thanks,
Jackie.
Karen.
Beautiful, beautiful.
That is really lovely.
Really great. Thank you, Karen.
Where is everybody this morning? It was a
I'm here.
crazy.
Yeah.
Hi,
Yeah.
Billy.
Hey, Marisa, I don't know if you can mute me, but I can't mute myself. I'm having trouble.
Okay, you just muted yourself. You just muted yourself. Okay, I've got Dawn and Nikki, and I don't know where everybody else is. So, hold on just a second. I'm like, we are on, please join. Anyway, I'm going to get started. So, honoring everybody's time. Hi, everybody. It is July 1st. What a end of the month we had. I know I left my alchemy bowl in there. I was going to play it this morning just for like a little choom. Scotty, can you grab my alchemy bowl and the little rubber thing? The one with the practitioner bowl that has the handle. Anyway,
Please,
I'll get
Or
there.
you go
Please,
grab it. We'll wait. You go grab it, girl.
He's getting it for me.
Okay.
Be really careful. He's looking at me like, what?
thank you, Scott.
Anyway, it was the end of the month, and we're going to celebrate. A lot of you, you hit your customer sales volume. I know that Billy and Tammy hit SC. Scotty, dang it! He acted like he was dropping it. Little stinker.
That scared me. Don't do that,
It
Scott.
scared me too. Okay, right? Tammy was with me when I got this yesterday. So, you guys, this is okay. I just want you to just take a moment. I want you to just close your eyes. Breathe in. Exhale out. Just let your breath ride with the beautiful sounds. Allowing your body to just fill up with light and love and health and prosperity. And exhale out anything not serving you. Breathe in and breathe out. And then gently, slowly open your eyes. Isn't that beautiful? In the light, it's blue, and then it's copper on the outside. Anyway, that's my new toy. So, um, lots of good things happening this weekend. Everybody was working hard, and I really was engaging with many of you, even though I was in sound healing. And I know Mia and Dawn hit their MC2 numbers, which is really great. Congratulations. I know, Jolene, a lot of you all, sapphire sellers that are like, whoa, I mean, I'm seeing diamond around the corner, right? So just really way to go. Again, Tammy and Billy, congratulations on SC1 and hitting some of those fast track bonuses. Really great. Their first 90 days, pretty awesome. So we have July 1st and the 25th of the month, new corporate meetings. I love these to really help you guys hone in onto what we want to be doing for the month and really front loading the month. Tonight, 5:30 p.m. Pacific, 6:30 Mountain, 7:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern. Corporate is going to be doing the call. Well, actually, it's also the FAB. The FAB corporate approved will be doing these calls to really help you. So get on them. It's really important that you and your new people get on these calls so they can really understand what you can do to build your business and also understanding your back office. I just love all of the reports that they have created for us. So that's tonight. Okay. I want to make sure that you are on that. Make sure that you are signed up for the July 20th event. That's virtual. Make sure that you're signed up for the October event that's in person in Kansas City. Events are what create success. And I know there's something else that I was wanting to say, and I can't remember what it was, but it'll come to me. So I'm going to go right now to, we had rank advancements on the Pose team. The Pose are we are so blessed that we have them as our upline, and Nikki and, Maria and Carrie and everybody. Oh, and speaking of Carrie's, Carrie Dickey today, the last call for the Monday motivational call. And, I just think, don't go, I know it's sad, but at the same time, for 14 years, she has just produced this show every single week. She stresses out about it, because it's on Wednesday. She's trying to think of who can I get on? Who can I get on? Can you imagine? Because I know what it's like when I'm trying to get just a few people on the calls. So, I think with everything, all the different calls that we have now, the way this business has grown, and Nikki's going to talk a lot about that too, from what it was to what it is today. It's up to us to really step into our leadership. And I know those calls are great. I actually am going to speak on it today. But, she's tired, and her parents are older, and she's having to take care of them, and they're not married, to each other. And so that's a lot in itself. And then Stu's 75, and for God's sake, they've done this business for eons, and, it's time to pass the torch. And so, I reached out to her, said I'd be happy to help. Marcy Steiner and I think we're the only ones that said we'd get up there and help and get other leaders, but it's just not going to be the same. It's time for it to go off. It's time for us to rise and thrive and share our own stories and bring people in front of each other and the teams so that we can grow. And the events are also what helps you grow, guys, because you're going to meet people. That's like the Carrie Dickey calls. I met so many people on these calls that helped me build my business. And that's what events do as well. So now I'm going to switch gears, and I'm going to go to Dawn Bures, who's in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, who's direct line to Michelle and Sean. She's a mama of 3. She's an interior designer, and she's a professional network marketer. She has been in the industry for 10 years, and she just hit EC1, Executive Consultant 1, in 19 months. 19 months, you guys. Dang it. And our journeys are not the same as hers. So comparison is a thievery of joy. So we're going to let that go. That's what that ringing bell was all about, is just let go. Do not compare, but what can we do to learn and grow? And, she's a social media woman. She's an influencer, and not everybody is going to be that, but that's okay. So with that, I'm going to change my view so that I can make sure when you're talking in the recording, we see your beautiful face. So Dawn.
Good morning.
Congratulations. I know it was
Thank
like
you.
having a baby yesterday, wasn't it?
That was something.
And you've got some wine behind you.
Well, I was going to run up to my office, but I was running out of time on hopping on the call, and I knew I had this light here, so I ran down here. Anyways, I'm not drinking yet today. I'm going to take a day off. Well, thank
How
you.
are you feeling? How are you feeling? Congratulations. We're so
Thank
happy
you.
for you.
Thanks. I'm excited. I don't know what it means yet. I mean, obviously it's such an honor, and it couldn't have been done without an amazing upline. Everybody was pushing and pulling and encouraging and helping in any way they could. And then the team, I mean, it's just beautiful to watch your team grow. I think that's always probably the most exciting part of a journey, is seeing who people become through it, and surprising themselves along the way, pushing themselves along the way, achieving things they didn't maybe think they could achieve, and that sort of thing. So to me, that's like always been one of the best parts of network marketing.
Yeah, that's really, really beautiful. And you know what it's like to build. You did it in another company, and I know Michelle had tried to share this with you for many years, right?
Yeah.
And you were building your other business. And what was it that made you want to come to Life Vantage? Because you were making the big bucks in the other company.
Um, so I had actually built 2 other businesses prior. I did a health and wellness company first. And then a skincare company was kind of a startup and seemed really exciting. And I had done well with both of those companies and I loved what I was doing. I actually was hired as pose designer. And when they were on a trip, which now I know is probably an incentive trip, neither of us remember. I mean, it's been years and years ago. But while they were on that trip, I was recruited to my first company and I couldn't wait for them to get home so I could tell them. And when they got home, they're like, what? We were going to ask you to join our business. And so that's kind of funny because she didn't not continue to be my friend. She didn't not continue to use me as her designer for all these years. We just became friends, right? And just because somebody doesn't say yes to your opportunity, which it's not like I told her no, it just wasn't the right time. We continued to build a friendship. And it was collagen. When that launched, I was like, wow. I had been selling skincare. My team would sell between $100,000 and $200,000 a month of skincare. And I know we did not have the effects on people's skin that product had. And so I was seeing the before and afters, and I kind of joke is like, and if you've heard the Pose story, they always say he was like the angry guy in the back of the room. Well, I was spending all his money all these years. So he always looked angry at me. So when I saw his face change over time, I was like, gosh, this is amazing, so that's really why I ended up joining.
Oh, Dawn, I got to know you even more. I didn't like a lot of us don't know you really well, right? Because you're relatively new in LifeVantage, you're in Sioux Falls, and at first I was like, wow, I'm a little intimidated.
Oh.
I'm gonna be, in the beginning, I'm gonna just say that's how I was. And then in Outpost X, when we were in Utah in May, I was like, wow, she is such a beautiful soul and very soft and caring and really just ready to help others. So
That's so nice. Thank you.
yeah, so I was just so excited for you yesterday and when you achieved this goal and from someone who's new in the business or someone who's been in the business for a while and maybe they're just at plateau right now, um, what do you say to them and how can you help instill belief in them that they can do what it takes?
Well, I think there's a couple of different ways. Number one, help your team identify their goals and then help them achieve those goals. So if you feel like in your personal business you're flat, I would say I would go find somebody new to work with. And it might be somebody new that's already on your team that's just ready now to do something different. And or it's just go find new people. And I mean, there's new people out there. There's so many people that are needing more money right now, that are needing encouragement in their life right now, that are just bored in their life right now. There's so many people that are looking for an opportunity. And I just say you need to go find those people, because having worked with 2 other companies, I can tell you LifeVantage is so special. And telling that story over and over and over and getting people in front of the upline or crossline or friends, getting them on calls, that sort of thing, that's going to build your belief like rock solid. You're going to be bulletproof. And then it's going to build their belief too. So I would say somebody that's kind of feeling flat, you have to go find new people, because if you're flat and not growing, you probably have kind of lost your excitement, or you just, you need that new boost of energy within yourself and within your organization. And I mean, this weekend, all weekend, I was really like I had so much energy inside of my body for everything that was happening on our team. And I know Marisa will feel this and understand this. Many of you probably do too, but I had to go move my body. Like, you have to create energy to be this attraction magnet, right? And so I had hand weights at my desk and I would get up and I'd be like, okay, God, you got this, you got us, help us, like, show us the next person we need to talk to, bring that person to us, so it's all creating that energy and helping others do it as well.
I love that. And that is so true. And whatever your energy is, I mean, if it's got to be high energy, right? Because people are
Yeah,
going to be drawn to you. And so maybe that's through being outdoors in nature. Maybe that's, doing what I teach is Kriya yoga. And I love that because it's all about energy and expansion and, breath work. And I was jumping on my rebounder this morning. I woke
yeah.
up, I was actually really tired this morning from this sound healing immersion, and I had a headache and I couldn't. I was planning on going to 5:30 a.m. yoga. That did not happen, but I did get myself up. I did go meditate in my sauna, and then I got up and I started doing my exercises just to get. I knew I would cheat myself. Like, seriously, guys, the physiology aspect of what we do in network marketing, it is a key component into building success in your business. It is a key component. We have got to move our bodies. If we are not moving our bodies, then how do we shift energy and how do we create abundance? It works. And that's why I was sharing that book, Ask and It Is Given, because there's a lot of things about your energy, a lot of things about your vibration. And so it's either high or low. And if it's low, then you're not, that's the part we need to work on, right? That's the part that needs to be worked on. You are such a businesswoman. Many of us are, I know you're into the products too, because I watch you on social media and you're very out there. How did you get past that point? How did you, hi, Anna. I'm gonna try to get you guys muted just a little bit. I'm so happy you're on. I know you're in Pennsylvania. They just drove 40 hours across the country. Um,
Wow.
so anyway, but how do you talk biz?
To prospects,
What is your daily method of operation?
um, wow, so I'm a designer. So it's messy because that's my creative process. But the way I talk biz is a lot of it, I just I lead with the business because honestly, I know the products work. And if you take them even for 30 days, you're going to know they work too. So I think that there's so much research and there's so much data that we can share with people on products that I really get excited about the business. And maybe the reason I got excited, to be really honest with you, is because with our first opportunity 10 or more years ago, I was just so surprised that it worked. Like, I was so surprised that I got this paycheck. And I love people. I want to help people, but I can't do it by myself. I know a lot of people, but like my friend and I together know way more people. And then if we add in our other friend, we know even more people. So if you love these products and you believe in this company, like, I feel like it's my obligation to spread the business because that's the only way more people are going to be transformed with these products. It's the only way more people are going to get to experience these products. I can't do it alone. So to me, the business is like the best thing to share. There's no doubt that the collagen works. Like, if you see one before and after, you're going to be like, yep, that works. And then if you see one study on NRF2, you're going to be like, wow, that works. And you can say that about all the products, right? The brain mapping, like, that is phenomenal. You guys, we have friends in the business crossline to us that are drug reps here in Sioux Falls, and they've been drug reps for 30 years. And the products that they're taking into doctors' offices right now do not have the research that Protandim has. That is incredible. Like, for years, I would tell Michelle, like, oh, cute, you got a little yellow pill, like, good for you. I'm sure it's fabulous. And I've been on Protandim for 8 years. I've been on Protandim a long time. I was not excited about Protandim. So I would say you have to get excited about something. For me, it was the collagen, and then it was the skincare, right? But I am always really excited about the business because that is such a blessing. And I don't know anybody that couldn't use a little bit more money.
Amen to that. Thank you so much. So, last question, and then I'm going to turn it over to Nikki to round out the call. So what are you going to do? What is your celebration?
I don't know. I don't have one. So funny thing, I mean, I can't wait to take kind of this week off. Like, of course, this is the first month, you guys. Last month I started a team page So I'm going to get in there and get really excited and celebrate everybody. We have a ton of new people on our team, customers, consultants, all the things. So I really want to get in there and honor everybody for the accomplishments that they had in June. That's the first thing I want to do. And then I'm going to like really enjoy my family this week. Our daughter is going to college this fall, and so many things are like just spiraling, right? Like this summer is going so fast, but I mean, I think I'm just going to take some time off at the lake.
I understand. That sounds beautiful. Thank you, Dawn, so much. You're more than welcome to stay on the call. Thanks. I love
Thank
that
you.
you poured into us, and I just adore you. I'm going to turn it over to our upline leader, Nikki Elsing, who introduced this to Michelle and Sean. They were moms at the school in line. And, you know, that look at what happened. She's got presidential consultants in her organization and all of us. And I just love you so much, Nikki. You are just joy and fun. And, you know, you all can reach out to Nikki anytime. These are not people that you can't reach out to. These are people that you can reach out to. She is a health coach, a nutritionist. She worked at Avera Heart Hospital as a nutritionist and or a dietitian, sorry. And Joanne brought this to her. They worked with a cardiologist and who was involved with LifeVantage at the time. And anyway, it's just the rest is history. And she is able to retire in a very short time from working for her full-time job, her little part-time. You know, she was working on her part-time fortune, and now it's a full-time fortune. So, and she doesn't have her full-time job anymore. So she gets to do what she wants when she wants with who she wants, and has been able to raise her children and have a blast. And this girl is a blast, let me tell you. Hi, Nikki. I love you.
Hi, Marisa. Oh my gosh. And I know why you weren't up for 5:30 yoga, because you were talking to me till the wee hours of the night. We were chatting together and all excited about the month, and the hope and the beginning of the new month is always so exciting. And literally, who else gets to have a fresh reset every stinking month, right? That's amazing. And it feels great. And I just think it's a nice renewal when we look back at what we accomplished the month before, or maybe what you were like, hey, you know what? I didn't do everything I wanted to do last month. Now I get another chance, and we get to run and just start running. And second of all, Dawn, so crazy excited for you. I think Marisa explained it the best, like waiting for the baby to be born, because literally these last few days, everybody's texting back and forth and the countdown, which is great. But that puts a lot of pressure on Dawn. And so kudos to her for surviving all of us being like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. You only have this much left. And it's been a run, but I don't want to take up a ton of time, you guys. I have a few notes here. I'm going to make sure and run through.
Will you include Desiree Mamet's success and how
Oh
long
my
it took
gosh.
her? Because
Yes,
look at
for
the
sure.
difference. They both hit it within a day apart, but
Yeah.
that's, to me, that is just beautiful.
That is crazy. So Des Mamet, you guys, she also achieved DC1 this last month, yesterday, actually a couple days ago. And it's
And
really
today's her
fun because
birthday.
what?
Today's her birthday.
Oh yeah, and today's her birthday. And what's really nice is they each got their own day. Dawn got her day, Des got her day. Even though it doesn't even matter, it's just the fact that we all get to celebrate together. And this is a huge accomplishment, EC1. I know a lot of us sit and go, oh man, I want to be EC1, right? And we dream of those things, but every step is like eating that elephant one bite at a time. And as long as we're heading in the right direction, we're great, right? But Des has been in pretty much as long as Marisa and I, right? I've been in 13 years. Des, I believe, was 12 years. And then there's Dawn, and she's been in not very long, right? And so everybody has their own journey. And what's great about the whole thing is we get to do it at the speed that we want to be able to do it at, right? And we want to be authentically us and what works for us in our situation. Everybody's got different stuff going on. Des had little kids she's raising too, and doing all of that. Dawn's got a child going off to college, so now she's thinking about that. It's just really piecing it into where we are in our lives and where we want to go. However, I can tell you, it feels better to run than to walk, right? And we'll see people that just happen. We'll sometimes feel that, oh, they always find the ones, right, that really want to run with it. Or maybe we feel like, oh, I wish I could figure out this like them or be like them. No, we don't need to do that. We need to be just like us. And we take little pieces from everybody everywhere and piece it together. But how we do that is by showing up on these things, right? So you guys are here on the calls, you come to Kansas City, we go to different events, and we all get to be able to take little pieces of everybody's stuff that they're doing. And then we go, hey, you know what? That fits with just exactly what I'm doing right now. One thing that I want to make sure and work on, and we think about like, we're all work in progress, right? Even if we're EC1s, even if we're presidential, we're all work in progress. And maybe we're a consultant. Every single one of us is a consultant today. We all start on the same playing field, right? And then our month progresses, but we're all works in progress. And one of the things that I want to work on, because I think this is really cool to me when I see other people do this, is I want to be able to show them that this business can be done anywhere. I feel like sometimes we think, like Marisa and I did the same thing this morning. Marisa said, oh, my hair is crazy. I said, my hair is still wet. I threw it up here like this, right? Who cares? That's great, because that shows everybody we can do anything. I mean, I've literally done a Zoom by the bathroom in Sam's Club, you guys, to do a validation for somebody, or underneath a water slide, or anywhere. And so maybe a fun thing to kind of triple dog dare you on is to say, hey, I'm going to take my business outside of my office. It doesn't need to be this structured, my computer, all this, my light exactly perfect. Maybe I just need to get out and have some fun and show them that I was camping one time and I had my computer on my cooler, and I was sitting in the grass, and I did a 45-minute presentation sitting there on the ground because I wanted to go camping with my daughter, and I didn't care. Well, I used to do that. I haven't done that for a while. Let's do it, because then people are like, oh, she gets to do her business out in the middle of everywhere. Like, she doesn't have to be in an office and have somebody decide when she gets to go to the bathroom or whatever, right? We all have that flexibility. And so making sure you remember that and being authentic. And if you don't know the answer, go, oh my gosh, I have no idea, but I'll find out. Because that tells them that they don't need to know everything. Because sometimes we come off really, really smart and we've got everything all together, right? Even though we may think inside that we're like, oh, I didn't do a very good job. Other people looking in are probably like, wow, she really knows what she's doing, or he really knows what he's doing. And in our head, we're a little critical, right? But just know we want to show people that you don't have to have all your ducks in a row. You don't have to be super organized. You can just like show up, do your thing, and just be appreciative of them and authentic, and just forming those bonds and listening to people too. Some of the reasons why these guys got EC1s is because they kept their blinders on and didn't get distracted by all the other stuff. Like, I'm sitting here right now with you guys, and I know I put a load of laundry in before I started this call. And so in my head, when my dinger goes off, I think about my laundry, right? Well, we need to not let laundry or whatever. And that's another dare for you guys, is to just sit here and go, all right. And maybe this month isn't your month to sit and focus on this right now, what I'm going to tell you, but never shelf LifeVantage if you can. Always keep it right here and focus on that, right? Because sometimes we shelf it and then we're like, oh my gosh, I've shelved that for 3 weeks. What am I doing? That was stupid. And now my friend just showed up on Marisa's meeting and I knew her first. And that sucks for me, right? Well, then we kind of feel bad. And then we shelf it a couple more weeks. Don't do it. Like, I've done it. Don't do it, right? And we'll probably all do it eventually at some point. But putting it in the focus, keeping our focus on the prize of whatever that is, and helping your people get there too. And if you don't have your people yet, they're out there. They're just waiting for you to knock on their door or call them or send them a text message. So, they strategically place a lot of these events, right, to be able to have a distance between them so that we can go, all right, we're all hopped up and excited. We just left Nashville and this is going to be great, right? And then we're going to meet again in Kansas City, or then we're going to do a virtual in July. And so then we're all excited for the next event. Well, think to yourself, what if you had a competition with yourself? And even using these corporate things as the fun part, right? The gas to be able to fuel that fire, getting on the July event. I mean, you guys, that's the easiest thing we could possibly do. It's virtual. The hardest part is just that you don't even have to get out of your pajamas. You could be in your pajamas all day if you wanted. Or go to a viewing party or have your own, even if it's just two of you. Who cares? Sit down, make some coffee, have a good time, and just have, enjoy each other's company that way. But what you want to think about is say, hey, you know what? I've got 30 days and it's not that crazy for me right now. And every single day, I'm going to focus on LifeVantage. I'm going to act like I'm running to EC1, or I'm going to act like I'm running to MC1, or whatever it is that, or SC1 or C3. It doesn't even matter. Like, what do you want to do? And oftentimes when you have that mindset of, I want to get this done, you don't let other stuff get in the way and you focus and you run hard. And so really thinking about that as a challenge too, and being able to kind of go that way. But really, one last thing I want to mention before I let you guys go is that sometimes we think like people that are putting stuff on social media, that that's all they do. They post something and then they just sit and wait for people to come in, right? Remember the old fish jumping in the boat? And then they're like, but nobody messages me. This is so weird. I don't know why this isn't working. It's because they're putting it out on Facebook, but they're also sending private messages via text, via Facebook Messenger, or maybe they're putting on Instagram, or I don't even know what they're doing. I'm not doing a lot of that, but I'll put a post of the sale, or I'll put some before and afters and some of those things, right? But we don't just sit and wait. If I sit and wait, nobody shows up. I have to be proactive. I can post it on there, and then I proactively have conversations, and those conversations don't always have to be about LifeVantage. I had a lady message me last night at 10:30 and said, I think I'm going to try this Axio. And then I was just talking to her all about my daughter's dog that she's getting a while back. And now she saw my post about the Axio. And so it all is just a snowball. But you guys form relationships, have some fun, push yourself, and make it so that you're running for something, and put some blinders on. And even if you do it for a little short time, who cares? Just do it and have a good time doing it. And I love seeing all your faces. Marisa, thanks so much for having me on here.
I love you
It's
so
always
much.
fun to see everybody.
What a great call. I can't wait to get the recording out. Thank you, Nikki. I adore you. I'm hugging you. And you guys, please get on the Carrie Dickey Monday motivational call. I put the number in the chat. It's already 3 after. I just texted her and said, I'm coming. So it's the last call. And I promise you, this is what I learned, the best invite. And I'll share that. I learned the best invite by being on that call. So anyway, lots of
Awesome.
love. Love you so much. Thank you. Bye.
Bye, guys. Thank you.